Welcome back to S&S Pigskin Picks. Back in the house for a little Eagles schedule breakdown. What is going on with you, Jer? Ready to rock and roll?
We're the champions. We're going for the two-peat. We're going for the three-peat. This is a special team here. We're not going to waste this window. We are going to smash through this window if we need to. The defense is unbelievable. The offense, magnificent. I don't see us having too much problems this year, but, we will have our games where, even I think Washington's going to manhandle us this year. We're playing them twice in the last few weeks, but I think things will kind of be already set by then, so the losses won't matter for much until, boom, in the playoffs, we play them again and get our revenge from the regular season. Won't get their revenge from the playoffs from the year before.
Right. So, coming off a championship, as we know, is never easy. You're the hunted. You just knocked off, I believe Kansas City was going for a three-peat. I think a lot of people forgot that, right? So, Eagles are now the hunted. And, we had some decent picks last year. I think 58% overall, pretty much. We were around 60% all year. Pretty hard to do. So we got some big shoes to fill for our picks section. But before we get into all the picks and whatnot, let's just get into the Eagles' schedule and let's look through each week and give our 2 cents. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And let's tally it up and see what we get for our Eagles, defending champs, week 1, opening night, Thursday, 5:20 on NBC. It is the infamous Dallas Cowboys chair. This is supposed to be America's team. Eagles are favored by 7. I will take Eagles in this game, even with the Super Bowl hangover and all that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. You get the most interview requests, the most parties, the most, you got to go see family. You got to take it back to your hometown. You got to do all this stuff. And I understand that. I think Dallas is a little bit overhyped, though. They're going to be a better team. I just don't see them beating the Eagles. I think maybe it'll be a close one. Maybe it'll be a thriller. I think we'll still win. And I don't think Dallas is really gonna. I don't think Dallas has taken the step forward this year, though. Again, I think maybe if they gel, see what they have, and hold on to what they have, maybe add something else. Maybe we'll see. But they're in one of the toughest divisions in football, thanks to the emergence of Washington. So
I think they'll have a bit of an easier schedule, right? Dallas should have a bit of an easier schedule than the year prior when they were, or 2 years prior when they had the division championship. But yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be America's team, but they always let down. And I mean, what did they finish last year? 8-9, I believe, which is somewhat respectable. 7-10. So they always have like a pretty high floor, I find. And they're missing something, obviously, but we'll see if Pickens can help be that number 2 guy, keep CD off of, double coverage and all that technical stuff out there. Week 2 are traveling to Kansas City to Arrowhead in a rematch of the Super Bowl on Fox. I'm pretty sure this will be the game of the week. 1:25 Pacific, 4:25 Eastern. Jer, do the Kansas City Chiefs get their revenge week 2? What do you think?
Well, I'll call it now. If they lose in Brazil to Kansas City, to the Los Angeles Chargers, I think they're going to go ahead and lose again to the Philadelphia Eagles. If they pull out the win in Brazil, beat the Chargers, I think they'll go 2-0 and get revenge, instant revenge almost, on these Eagles before the Eagles just go on a tear. I think the only team that's going to give them any troubles this year is going to be Washington. Washington beefed up really good, and I don't expect a sophomore jinx. I think they're going to do even better. I know they'd had some close wins last year, but I think they're going to be even better this year.
Okay, I'm going to give the Eagles a loss here as well. I think Kansas City will be pretty highly motivated. I think they'll have this game, I mean, circled as much as you can. It's week 2, right? So, but I mean, they will be coming off, I guess, a little bit of travel from Brazil back to Kansas City. They play Friday, week 1, where Eagles play Thursday. So a little bit of rest, I guess, for both teams. But yeah, I'll give it to Kansas City there. Wouldn't be surprised if Eagles win it in week 2, but it's in Arrowhead. I'll give Kansas City the nod. Another rematch. Eagles hosting the Rams. Rams played the Eagles probably the toughest of all the playoff matchups. Jer, who you got in week 3 at the link?
Rams, if the Rams have a really strong start going to Philadelphia at 2-0, I just see Philadelphia giving them a lot more respect. I know they do have respect. They almost, they kept it close in the playoffs there. But, I just see them having a stronger radar if they're coming in 2-0, especially if Philly's 2-0 as well. But if the Rams end up, stumbling at the start, I think they could underestimate them and maybe lose in week 3. Super Bowl hangovers, you never know how many weeks they're going to last. So,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, they play them really well. They match up really well. We know that. Rams, McVay, and they just added Devontae Adams as well. So I guess the guy to take over for Cooper Kupp, who's been shipped off to Seattle, right? So I think it'll be close. I think Eagles take it, probably last second field goal. Who knows? Maybe a tush push. But yeah, I like the Eagles to squeak out a victory week 3. Week 4, Tampa Bay, the team we were just talking about, Jer. This is a road game for the Eagles. You're going into Raymond James Stadium. Eagles lost here a couple years ago in the playoffs. They got embarrassed by Baker and gang. What are you thinking for week 4 Eagles at Tampa, Jer?
Yeah, a lot of bad memories at Raymond James. And I don't know if it's just the humidity down there, the heat, or they go partying the night before in Tampa Bay. But it seems like we don't play well there. This is a different team. This is a brick house we got here in these Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm going to say that they falter here and lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough game for them. Just Tampa Bay, for some reason, like you said, just has the number for Philadelphia. And Baker, he's a little underdog upstart. Pretty sure Eagles will be favored in this game. I mean, Eagles should be favored in 95% of the games they play in. But yeah, I'm going to give this one to the old Buccos. Tampa Bay squeak out a victory over the Eagles. And I also heard a little side note that Buffalo's the only team this year that's favored in every game.
Well, injuries and losses and production and whatnot, that can change at the snap of a finger. We all know that. But,
But I mean,
Buffalo,
the weak division, right?
they're due.
They should get all their
They're due. The fan base is due. Everything is just due for that team. It's just a question of when. I can see Josh Allen maybe turning into Dan Marino, which Dan Marino was a great quarterback, just never won the big game. So hopefully not
Hmm.
for
Well, they're
Josh,
favored
but
in every game.
we will see.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's take a peek at week 5. Getting into the heart of the season here. This is a home game. The Broncos come into town, fresh off a playoff appearance last year. Sean Payton and gang. What are you thinking for this matchup? Eagles at home to the Denver Broncos and their vaunted
it's
defense.
it's tough to win in Philly. Yeah, even with that Denver Broncos defense, I think it'll be a battle of two vaunted defenses, Denver's and Philly's. I think Philly will just edge it out. It might be a larger spread than everyone wants to see, maybe 7.5, maybe even 9.5, depending on how Denver's doing. But I think Denver will keep it close.
Right.
Denver and the points for me.
Yeah, I think Eagles take this one as well. I think they're just they'll have a little too many bullets on offense for Denver. Two obviously solid defenses going head to head. Denver's pretty young team. I think Surtan's in his third, fourth year. You'll have Nick's in his second year. So it's a team on the rise, and Eagles are, I mean, you'd think the cream of the crop, but I think this will be an exciting matchup. I'll be looking forward to watching this one. And that's week 5, October 5th. Let's gallop on over to week 6. It is a divisional matchup, a Thursday nighter at the Giants at MetLife. I know the Giants have improved a little on paper, but Russell Wilson doesn't scare me, Jared. What about you?
Hey, NFC East is the toughest division in football. Even though the Giants have these weapons that are producing, not yet producing wins, I expect them to top their win total from last year, which ain't a lot, but I think they will win some surprise games, and hey, maybe even a couple of divisional games. You know how those
I could
go.
see that.
So yeah, I do have
Oh
some
yeah.
hope for the Giants, but if they're 0-6 going 0-5 going into week 6, then I will not give them a chance. Philadelphia will trounce them 34-10, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Philadelphia owns them in New York. I think I think the Giants have a better chance of winning in Philadelphia. They don't really have much home field advantage, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see how their offense looks. I mean, Neighbors year 2, they drafted that running back out of Ohio State, Trayvon Henderson, I believe. See how he
Maybe
looks, but
Jackson Dart comes in
yeah,
there and you know
the dart thrower.
saves everyone's life. Who knows,
Yeah, I
right?
can see that.
So
I can see that. Who knows? Who knows? I got Ole Miss. Okay, week 7, Eagles are traveling to Minnesota at the U.S. Bank Stadium Sunday, 10 o'clock for us in Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern on Fox. Jared, give me your 2 cents for the Eagles at the Vikings, week 7.
uh, I really think Minnesota is going to suffer. I could be wrong. So if they both come in, 5-1 records, then this might be a good one. Hey, JJ McCarthy, if he pulls it out, I'll root for him.
Mm-hmm.
But until he shows me something, I think they're going to have a pretty rough year, especially in that division. If you play Detroit twice, this new Chicago twice,
Yeah.
and just that division is just the Packers. Yeah, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
sad thing. So if they can go 11-6, I think it'll be a miracle. I think it'll be more like 10. So I really like Philly to go in and beat them up.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing here. Um, rookie quarterback. I'm not sure how he's gonna be able to handle that pressure of Philadelphia. And I don't know. I think Minnesota may have just peaked a little bit last year. I just don't see them having that same magic they did it last year. But who knows? I mean, I think they'll be competitive for sure. But something just tells me a little bit of regression for Minnesota, and that is the black and blue NFC North, right? That's what the AFC North used to be every single year, where it was just any team could come out any week and be the best team. So it's going to be tough for them. Let's take a
Definitely.
little look at Week 8. Giants at Eagles. Guessing Eagles will be favored by like 10 here at home. Who knows if the dart thrower is starting here? This will be an early game. One day before my birthday on Week 8 there. So what do you think? Is just a dress rehearsal game for the Eagles,
Yeah,
or do the Giants have some bark? Or
I'd love to see Jackson Dart out there showing us what he's got. But you got to remember too, when you play the same team relatively close in successive weeks, maybe you see something, maybe you get that little advantage, and who knows? Maybe if they lose a heartbreaker
yeah,
in New York by a field goal or something, maybe they'll get a revenge game in Philly. Never underestimate those divisional matchups. That's what we say here on S&S Pigskin Picks, and you won't go wrong.
that's that's how we butter our bread here on SNS, right? We take those divisional dogs and we run.
Yeah.
But anyways, week 9, we got a bye week. I think that's a pretty good bye week, don't you think? Right, smack
Right,
dab in the
right in the
middle of the
middle. That's
season, or
nice. Yeah. Yeah, I like
yeah.
it. I really
I
do.
mean, week 10, I think would be nice too. Week 11, 12, something like that. But too late and too early, I find, is huge disadvantage. And I'm hearing if the NFL goes to an 18 schedule, that there's going to be 2 bye weeks, so then 20 weeks total, right?
Wow.
So I mean, I think that'll be kind of cool. Two bye
More games,
weeks,
baby.
spread them out,
Let's do
no
it.
excuses. Teams will hopefully have less injuries. That's
It'd be key for sure.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, good bye week. I think right in the middle of the schedule, week 9, and they'll be well rested as they go into Green Bay on Monday Night Football at Lambeau. Jared, well rested. What do you think of week 10 here?
Oh, it's going to be a great matchup. In Green Bay is always tough. I know we're used to playing in the cold in Philadelphia, but Green Bay's got a little revenge angle here. They remember Brazil. It's
Mm-hmm.
fresh, and if Green Bay's healthy,
And the playoffs, yeah.
we could be looking at one of these rare after the bye losses. It's a really tough schedule for us. We're the champs, so
Right. Okay. I got Green Bay winning this one. I know Eagles will be a little bit rested, but Monday Night Football, weird shit happens at
yeah.
Lambeau. So I'm taking the Green Bay Pack and a bit of a double playoffs. They were competitive for like what, maybe a quarter and a half there, 2 quarters, and then second half Eagles ran off there. But yeah, I'll give the Pack the dub there, and Eagles will be moving on to a possible NFC Championship preview, Week 11, Sunday Night Football at the Link. Lions visiting the Eagles. Both teams could have 8 or 9 victories by then. Jer, give me your 2 cents on this one.
Oh, it's going to be a shootout. I think. Hopefully, we come out on top, but I think both offenses are going to be firing on all cylinders. I think this is one offense that our defense is, not going to get rolled over, but it's going to have a little bit of trouble. That run game, who are you going to double? Whoever you don't double is going to be open, and Jared Goff's going to find his man every time. Hopefully, we can score 35 or more and hold them to 34.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I like the Eagles to take a sneaker here as well, but I mean, Detroit is just loaded with firepower, and they looks like they did pretty well in the draft as well. And Aiden Hutchinson should be healthy this year, but I'm going to take the Eagles in that one. That's going to be some really tough matchups there. 3 straight matchups is pretty tough for the Eagles. You think about it. Packers, Lions, and then next week it's Cowboys, week 12. That'll be a 125 game for us, so that'll be the game of the week on Sunday at Dallas, at Jerry World, week 12. What are you thinking, Jerry?
If we got a revenge angle here, I think we're going to take it. But unfortunately, I think if Dallas gets embarrassed week 1, I think they're going to get their revenge at home. And we might, like I said, it's a tough stretch here. We might be looking at a few losses, maybe in the middle of the season here, kind of doubting things, and then finish strong. I'm hoping. It's not looking easy. So.
Yeah, it's like, you get a bye week, and then out of nowhere you get Green Bay, Detroit, and then Dallas in Dallas, which is always tough for Philadelphia over the years. Okay, let's move along to week 13. I believe this is a Black Friday game. Prime Video. So this will be right after U.S. Thanksgiving. 12 o'clock for us on the West Coast. 3 the Bears in Philadelphia, Jer. What are you thinking about this matchup, week 13 on Black Friday?
Well, the Bears have really changed. They switched things up. They drafted good. You got to give them, at least a 10-7 guess. Are Philadelphia going to be one of those 10 wins? I doubt it. If Chicago goes in there 4-8, I don't think it's going to be much of a contest. I think we're going to roll over them pretty readily, and they'll have to regroup again. But hey, this could be a sensational Black Friday matchup. If they come in there and they're 10-3, and we're 10-3 or something close. Could be. I hope so.
We both have Dallas winning the week prior in week 12. So yeah, I'm going with you. I see this a bounce back big time against the Bears. Just bad timing. The Bears are going to be wrong place, wrong time. It'll be a short week, but still, I think Eagles beat up on the lowly Bears. And we move on to a week 14 Monday Night Football, Jer, at SoFi.
Yeah.
The Chargers, I don't think they'll have much of a home field advantage. It's going to be a lot of green there. What are you thinking about this game? Eagles at Chargers, week 14, Monday night.
Yeah, everyone loves to play at SoFi. It'll be great. It'll be nice weather. And the Chargers, I think we got their number. Mekhi Becton, playing against us, but I think that's when we're going to start going on our roll and establishing our dominance in the division and maybe even the conference by then. Because we're going for it, baby. We're going for 2 in a row. We're going for the repeat. We're strong. We're young. We got a lot of good players on rookie contracts.
First time or the second? Is this
Sorry?
the first or second time the Eagles go out west? Is this the first or second time that the Eagles go out west?
I don't know.
Because I know they face the Rams, right? So, because they're pretty much in the Eastern Conference for for a lot of the bulk of the schedule, right? And now they go out west to face the Chargers.
That's right. It
Um,
could be
and
a
then
jet lag
Raiders will be
game.
a home game week 15.
Traveling,
Hmm.
yeah, it might not be
I
advantageous.
mean, I'm
At
just
least they
going to
got an
take a
extra
quick peek
day.
back to the Rams. That's a home game. So yeah, they're going to be on the Eastern Conference pretty much for all their games except for the Chargers game, which will be Pacific Coast time. Raiders is a home game, week 15, Jer. Raiders
Nice.
are the Raiders. They did draft Ashton Genty, but I don't think Geno
Yeah.
Smith's the savior. What are you thinking about Raiders and Eagles here?
Yeah, will Ashton Genty, lift them up and, gives the Las Vegas Raider faithful something to smile about? Who knows? Pete Carroll, he can set it up nicely. I wouldn't doubt it if they were, 10-4 going into week 15. Had some, easy schedule and some close games, but not here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're
there should
losing
be
to
a
our boys. Our boys are on a roll, and we got some tough games ahead.
yeah. And then we're facing the Commanders week 16. That's kind of crazy because they haven't played them. I don't remember the schedule here
No, they play them week
prior. So week 16 will be the
16
first time they're
and
facing the
week 16 and week 18. It's crazy.
18.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And we
pretty,
got
that is,
Buffalo
I mean, that's kind of
sandwiched in
surprising, don't you
there.
think?
Oh, it
Yeah,
is. Like I
sandwiched
said,
in there.
hopefully we have
Damn.
our positioning, locked up or nearly locked up there. And if we just need to win one of those last
Mhm.
three to win the division, I'll be happy. But yeah, no, we won. We're the champs. So, nothing coming easy.
So week 16, you got the Commanders taking it
Yeah, I think I got them week
in
16
Washington.
and week
Okay.
18. But in week 18, I see a resting situation for us, and Washington will need the win. Maybe not need it as much, just jockeying for position, not just to make the playoffs or anything. But yeah, they'll need the win. We won't. We'll sit our guys. We'll lose that game. And yeah, if we beat
Okay, what
Buffalo,
about week 17?
definitely. Yeah, if we beat Buffalo, definitely resting our
How about
guys.
week 7?
I see a scenario where we need to win at Buffalo, and if we pull that off, then week 18 isn't going to mean anything. If we lose in Buffalo, then we might have to go in week 18, maybe to win the division.
Okay, so you're taking Buffalo for week 17?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo, and then depending on the record,
Okay. So you have Eagles. You have Eagles losing their last 3 games?
yeah, 14-3,
Okay.
maybe. hopefully,
I
hopefully I'm wrong about those other losses that
I
I said,
I
but
I have you with the Eagles with 7 losses.
ouch.
Because you have them losing week 2, 3, 4, and then you have them losing against Dallas, at Dallas, and then the last 3.
I hope I'm wrong.
So 7 losses for the defending champs.
Yeah, I hope 4 of
I
those
have pretty
I'm
much the
wrong.
same except for I have 12 and 5.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a tough schedule, right?
Yeah,
What
I
are you gonna
mean,
do, right?
it's June 1st here, so we're still kind of, putting the pieces together. The final rosters obviously haven't been finalized. Don't know who's going to make the team. There's still some small situations to get fizzed out, but pretty exciting schedule. That Washington week 16 and week 18 kind of scares me a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's That's what you get for being number one.
We can take it.
And S&S Pigskin Picks. That's our little breakdown of the Eagles schedule for 2025. Maybe we can do a couple other teams. Maybe we'll do
Definitely.
the marquee teams like a Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo type teams there. Maybe even do PF Steelers, bring them on.
Yeah, PF's gonna need to
Yeah,
tell
I
us
think it's a
two
good
cents about
idea.
his
And
quarterback situation and everything that's going on in Pittsburgh. I'm waiting to find out, waiting to hear.
yeah, exactly. For us here at S&S Pigskin Picks, please remember to subscribe, to like, to notify, all that good stuff. Jared and I are going to catch you guys next time. Later.
Peace.